So this is part two of what I explained for task C with it. I have a video, of course. I just went all, talked to you about part one and all of this, and I summarize that all here in this video right here with it. So starting on this point out, it's going to be part two for this. And what I'd like to do is let me minimize this, and this is the table that you have, that index table that you create as a blank table, and we're going to go into this and we're going to actually edit this thing right now with it. Now, keeping in mind that this is a table row and it has, this is this table right here we're talking about. And each one of these things is a table data, and inside there's a placeholder that I'm just putting a blank space in there, an ampersand and PSP, non-space, non-blank space with it, with a semicolon. The first thing I need for you to do is replace this right here with, so what I have is the index page on the left. If you in Windows 10, you take this and you just bump this thing to the left and just divide the screen in half. You take this window and just bump it to the right and make your screen look like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it left and right. I'm going to make edits here. I want to see the save it on my HTML document, refresh my browser. Okay, so that's how it's going to save. So for example, this table data is this first cell right here I'm pointing at. So I want you to put in just in here, and it's replacing this with the with this blank space. Call this thing, replace that with date, the word date, or dates to be exact, plural. All right, and I'm going to do Control S, saves this document over here on the left hand side, which is the index.html. I'm going to come over to the right, click on the right, refresh it, and you should see the word date that appears. I just put in here. The second column, table header, I'm going to replace it with description. All right, and I want to save this. Control S saves it. Come over to the browser, refresh it. There is that description text I just typed. The next one over, I want to put in assignment. All right, Control S saves it, or file save, whatever you want, however you want to do this. Saves it. Come over to your browser, refresh it. So I'm going to do this from left to right, so you can see that the dates and description and assignment with it as well. Here's the thing. I don't have a book for this class, and I don't want a book for this class. Everything I'm teaching you changes constantly with it. So, the material changes every semester with it. What this document does, it documents exactly how you're studying all of this stuff with it. When you finish this course, when you look back on this index page, this will leave you a nice documentation of the stuff that you learn, and you're documenting this as you come about how you came with this. All right. So, like I said, we're talking about dates here. So this space is this space. So for a lot of you, for this, so if you're doing an online class, your class starts on January the 22nd, 27th. For face-to-face class, it's a week earlier. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the date is. So I'm just going to use some of the arbitrary dates that we're using for this. You're welcome to use any dates that's, this video is planned for future semester as well. So whatever the dates is in that fall or that spring, 2020, 2021, 2022, so on with it, you put the date that actually fits. Now, I recommend for online section, you pick a date that's beginning of the week. So, for example, it's Sunday. Um, so pick the first day of the week. Let's say it's February the 2nd on a Sunday, 2020. Next row, February the 9th, 2020. Next row, 02. You see where I'm going? For your on-campus class, pick the date that you have the class on. So if you have me from Monday to Wednesday, 02/03/20, 02/05/20, so on and so on. Okay, so I'm just going to have to pick one of them right here. For now, I'm just going to pick a date that we just talked about. I said this is an online class with it. I'm going to go back to January the 27th. It's the first day of class. I said the first week is January the 26th. Okay, and I'm going to click in here. If you want to click in the word on here. So 06, you can do 06, or just put 01. This is an actual date with it, 06/20. All right. Again, this is all future semester. You put the date and the year that it fits you. Control S. I'm going to save this. Right. Save this document. Then I'm going to come over here, refresh this. It looks like this. Okay. Now, the description. So what happened in the first day of class? Well, I happen to have the syllabi. You have the syllabi on here as well, right? So I want you to pull that syllabi on here. Hold on. Let me check the time.